Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We are going to continue our special August edition about 2 characters a day. 2 characters forms one word, one English word most of the time. That Chinese, last month we introduced a single character. This month I pick one single character from last month's single character series to show you the capacity of one single character, what it can morph into, what concepts it can create or generate, or get into different domains and define different things and get translated, get to be used in translation of Western concepts. So the language, the single character that I pick is sheng. Originally, it means life, which is plant growing in soil. So I have a whole episode about this one single character. And today we pair it with wu. Okay, this wu. Intentionally, I'm actually picking a different era of writing. As you can see, the style of this writing, this writing, this writing, and this writing, quite different. This and this kind of sanitized, very clean. It just shows you the structure, but without a character. This, on the other hand, shows the character, almost the material. You can almost see the surface, the scratches. Most likely from bronze metal piece that carved in somewhere, like endured through centuries, come into our vision. Somebody restored that character. So that's how it was, preserved to be versus this abstract, version of it. So this wu made of this ox, you can see like here. So here is a full spelled ox versus here is on the side. And also it got stylized. You see here, it got a stroke toward the left versus here is straightforward. So ox, Chinese character use. I have to admire the vision or the capacity to abstract of language creators. So ox creators just use across, like this signifies the vertical dimension, horizontal dimension. So there we go, 2 dimensions of an animal. And of course, behind it is a 3 dimension beyond the vision of what we can see on this 2-dimensional frame. Then the main feature of the ox is the horns, right? So here is the horn of the ox, and you can almost see how it kind of tapered off on at least this one end. The reason why is because when Chinese write, we use brush to soak in the ink, right? Most likely black color of ink, and with the brush, we have a starting point. And the starting point is almost always kind of blunt one. It doesn't come with a tip. So one is tipping off or tapering off, like narrow down toward a edge, is when we are going to lift the brush. And then we can do this swipe with the very tip of the thinning of the brushes, then to create a very narrow, tiny piece over there. So that's why over here you only see one side got a sharp horn. But the whole visual is just emphasizing the main feature of the ox, which is the horn. And that's enough. Like, we don't need to provide any more information from here. This is enough to tell an ox from, or bull from other. And how are we going to distinguish ox and bull? Well, of course, Chinese are going to pair this character with something else to specify what exactly that is. And actually, this pretty abstract concept of things came from this ox. And then this flag, you may wonder, like, why flag have anything to do with things, and why these 2 things, different things, come together to mean things, right? It doesn't make sense. It took me a while to figure. I think this is how it makes sense to me. Okay, the right side here is flag. It's a visual representation of flag. You can view the flag as here, the connecting point, because here are the strokes that's kind of spreading out, going on their own. But on this side, it's kind of going onto some staff, right? Because flag has to fly on the one side on the pole, right? Which is stiff. And then the other side is a free flowing, right? That's how flag works. So this is the stiff, the flagpole side. And here is the spreading out side. And you see here, there are total 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 strokes. 4 strokes that actually make the frame, the space, into like 3 different areas. So that just means, I would say, okay, visualize it as it's a flag of like Germany or France that got stripes of color. Basically, they just use these countries just use 3 colors on their flags and probably equal distance, like cut their flag space into 3 horizontal blocks. Each one is 1 color, and that's enough to distinguish their flag from other people's flag, right? And here, same in ancient times, I would see different tribes, right, or different little kingdoms would have their own flag design. And this flag, I guess the easiest way to make a flag is to cut strips of cloth, piece them together. And of course, strips of cloth gotta be different color, at least, if not different texture. So different color pieces together. Therefore, there's a need to sew them up on there. So all these here are actually seams. Like here are the sewn together part. That means this 3 pieces are 3 independent panels that got sewn together to form this one particular color pattern flag to signify one tribe, right? So this flag made up of multiple colors is eventually got that multiple color thing got abstracted and extended into diversity. Okay, the keyword of today, 2023, diversity. So diversity plus cow, and I guess cow because it's a major farming animal. It's related to people's everyday livelihood, and therefore it's the most commonly seen. And to distinguish one cow, probably they have different pedigrees. I don't exactly know. So, but at least they may work and breed differently. And therefore there are distinctions of subcategories of cows, right? Or ox. Then this flag signifying, no, it just came into my mind because I'm recording in June for August. This June is Pride month. So this pride of, different colors of panels of, on the flag means diversity, like way, way, way down later. And in another language environment, people are using the same thing, different stripes on the flag to mean inclusion, diversity, right? So this flag, diversity, plus the cow, the most familiar domestic animal, then eventually means the diverse of things that are non-human but useful to us, right? So that just means things eventually got abstracted into all things inclusive. Okay. So 生物. Wait, what did I translate? Live things. Well, it should be living things. Things that are alive. I guess alive by itself or currently alive is not that important. At least 生物 here, the 生 means something that's a living thing. It's not like a fossil. It's extincted. 生物 means something is still alive. At least they're genetically alive. It doesn't matter the individual gene carriers for that particular species, but as long as it is a living thing, it is a living, moving, may or may not be observable. As long as that will be considered as 生物. And this 物 is like a universal term to mean a diverse, a variety of things, just like those multi-striped flags. And it paired with the ox, the animal kingdom, right? So together. It's the Chinese response to the concept of biology. And I'm showing this ocean photo, plutonic, kind of glowing, tiny little biology thing. Like even if it's not visible to us, like in everyday life, I have to find a picture somewhere on the internet. It's a good representation of what biology is. It's a unique looking, unique genetically setting thing that looks very distinctively its own, right? Its own kind. So that's Chinese biology, 生物。Hashing to the currency of thinking by one word a day with Sophie. See you